Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rusty 78609. I'm in my Class C 4 Winds motorhome. I just filled up with gas. Ah! Yo! Ouch! It's not the most economical vehicle I've ever owned. Of course, I knew that going in. Some people were, you get anywhere from 8 to 10 or 11. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. I got to go out here and turn around. Let's see if I can do this. This is going to be an illegal move here. Totally illegal, but I can do it in this. This thing turns pretty quick, I got to admit. You see what I mean? Okay, one of those illegal turns. But yeah, the gas mileage I'm averaging right now 9.7. That's about 20% better than the guy got driving down from Illinois. And I got a few rattles, not many. I mean, but I'll overcome that. And but as far as driving it, just like driving a car, you do notice the wind. I will say that. You may hear some rattling noises and stuff because I've got pots and pans. You remember the old pots and pans salesman used to come into town in a wagon and they had the pots and pans hanging on the side, and they could hear them rattling for miles. Well, that's kind of me right now, but I'll get better. But yeah, we're cruising along. This is Hamilton, Texas. We're just driving out of, and I'm going about 45. Speed limit's 55. But again, I just filled up, and $49.85. But it's $1.90 a gallon there. So, but it's not much cheaper in Marble Falls, Texas. Anyway, it's probably 20 cents a gallon cheaper there. But I thought I'd go ahead and fill it up, and so I'd have plenty of gas, because I've got about, from Hamilton, I'm not sure how far it is, probably 80 miles from Hamilton to Llano, Texas. But yeah, it's 68 degrees clear, and let me do this. I'll give you a little better view, maybe. Nope, I got the thing too tight. Well, I'll adjust that later. That's a Audi holder, and I just put it up, so I'll have to do some adjustments. It's aiming a little low, looks like, but we'll have to do with that right now because I can't do a thing about it. And also, this thing came with Siriusxm Radio. You're supposed to get 3 months free, but you got to find the radio ID. And anyway, enough said. I couldn't find it. I did everything on the radio but take it out. But we'll overcome that. There's no hurry. So. Yeah, we're cruising along right now. I've been driving between 55 and 60, and naturally we're going into a south wind of about, if you can see that flag, well, you can't, yeah, you can see it over on the left. They're blowing straight out. It's about 20 mile an hour headwind. Wonderful. But might as well get used to it, big boy. You walked in the kitchen, so you better get ready. One thing good about this 2020 Chevy chassis is it's the very basic model Chevrolet chassis. So, everything's simple, you know what I mean? It doesn't have a lot of things talking to, nothing actually talks to you, okay? Nothing. And I'm glad. I mean, that wasn't really planned. It just worked out that way. But we're doing okay, guys. I'm getting used to this Class C motorhome, and got a lot of little things to tweak and so forth to stop rattles. The exterior door on the Class C, there's a little plastic thing you slide. When you shut if you leave the door open, and never mind. If you knew anything about RVs, there's a plastic thing that slides there, and it was rattling, but I stuffed a dish towel and that stopped that. So we've got it quieted down a lot. How does this compare with pulling a travel trailer? Right now, I'd have to say I like this much better. Why? Because like when I pulled into that gas station there, and I wanted to go get my pee jug, you know what I mean? And I didn't have to go outside and get in the RV and all that stuff. I just walked back there and got it, and then I went and got me a little snack. And I'm still in the RV, and then I got out and filled it up. So yeah, we are. This is okay. And as far as driving it, nothing to it. Of course, this is only 24 feet long. And when I was towing the casita behind the pickup, we were covering 38 feet. So we're 14 feet shorter. And there's not a lot of tail swing on this one because it's a pretty short Class C, you know what I mean, a tail swing, like when you pull out from a gas pump or pull out and you turn left or right, you got the rear end that'll swing around. You have to, on the longer motor homes, I don't even know how they do it, and those things got to be a pain to drive, but different strokes for different folks. I mean, everybody's got to do what they do. So what's the plan now? Get back. Another thing that I read and Thor Manufacturing recommends is once you get your stuff loaded in the RV, like right now I've got a third of a tank of fresh water, I've got a full tank of propane, I've got about 50 gallons of fuel. I won't have that much when I get back, but I'll have some. And they said to take it in and get a front end alignment. And so I'll probably do that in the next several days, get that done. Because if I let go of the wheel, it goes pretty straight, but it seems like it wants to kind of drift off to the right. And so we'll get that fixed. But yeah, as far as comfort, it's extremely comfortable. I mean, there's plenty of room here in the passenger's or driver's seat. I'm up from the passenger seat. I'm in the driver's seat. It's got one armrest. The passenger seat does not swivel. It does not swivel around, or at least I haven't seen a swivel thing on it. I'll check. I really haven't checked, to tell you the truth. So I'll have to remember to do that. A lot of little things need to be tweaked. But as far as the overhead, you know, where there's an extra bed up above the cab here, that thing that overhangs in the front is actually wonderful because it keeps the sun off. Like right now, the sun, if I was using my phone in the Ram pickup, the sun would be shining directly on the phone and it'll overheat. This way the phone is in the shade because of the overhang of the bunk or whatever you call it above the cab. But no, it's really neat, man. It's really simple. I got the base model, and I'm glad I did. And as soon as I get a few tweaks done, like get some things to put stuff in, little storage devices and some cabinet liners, and you know, just a lot of little tweaks, we're good to go. And as far as using this for a full-time car, I don't know. I doubt that. I doubt it because it is much larger than, well, my Ram pickup is 18 feet long and this is 24 feet, but it's also wider and taller, and it's a little harder. You have to be a little more aware, you know, when you're going somewhere to park or whatever. So anyway, moving right along, we're headed home, or home, I guess, because I don't have any other home. It's Atlanta, Texas. But so guys, we got us a new diamond to polish, and I am polishing it just as rapidly as I can, and we'll be taking some short trips in a few days. I mean, and that depends, is totally contingent upon weather and other conditions. I'll use it just like I used the Casita. I don't plan on driving it or going on a long extended around the world or around the U.S. trip or any of that stuff. In the summer, I'll probably do pretty close to what I've done, assumption's the mother of all mistakes, but assuming that New Mexico kind of opens up a little bit next spring and summer, well then I'll probably go there because I know my way around and I like the country and the climate. So yeah, but we're doing okay. And one thing I noticed on this phone, in the Ram pickup, I had to put a little rolled up towel under it because it would shake. On this dash, for some reason, not shaking at all. I don't know why. I guess because we're pushing about 9,400 pounds down the highway as opposed to 4,000 pounds. But yeah, we're doing okay, man. We're learning the vehicle, and it's, you know, I think I've been about, I don't know, maybe close to 100 miles now, and pulled in and got gas. What else did I do? That's all. Just, you know, drove through the Claiborne area, you know, with a lot of traffic, and so it's okay, man. It's just a matter of getting used to it. So with that having been said, this is my first video, driving video in the Class C motorhome, my 4 Winds 22E. So guys, I'll adjust that so it points a little more at the sky and maybe a little off to the right, so that you get to see something a little better than just the pavement. So anyway guys, from somewhere on highway, whatever it is, I'll tell you where it is in just a second. It's highway 281, I think. Yeah, 281 south. So thumbs up, coffee dim, adios, bye-bye, buy anything you want anytime. But if you think about it, use the link to Amazon products in the description of all my videos. Why? Because it doesn't cost you a penny. Yeah, just drink plenty of water, stretch, walk, you know, do all that stuff to keep your health. You know what I mean? And yeah, hasta luego, vaya con Dios, and stand guard at the door of your mind, guys. So bye-bye.